Leaving Chengda, we rode north across the Chiang Mai province to the seemingly unassuming town of Chai Prakan, which happens to be home to the most bizarre, but actually very impressive, Hinoki Land. But first, before we explore mini Japan, we decided to visit the huge statue overlooking the town of Northern Thailand's most revered monk.
Behind me is who we're here to see, Kruba Sirichai, a very well respected monk in Northern Thailand.
You will probably, if you're driving around Northern Thailand, see a statue of him at some point. There is a statue of him at the bottom of Doi Suthep because he paved the road up to it.
Known as the patron saint of Lanna, the region that we're currently exploring by motorbike, Sirichai was born in 1878 in the Lampung province that we'll be exploring soon, and he dedicated his life to Buddhism. He amassed a great following throughout the 20th century because of his many good deeds and his involvement in repairing and constructing temples, roads and bridges, most famously the road to Doi Suthep, which you'll definitely visit if you come to Chiang Mai.
When you come down the stairs at this temple, not only is the huge statue of Sirichai overlooking, we've also got at the front a temple housing a teak reclining Buddha. So this Buddha on the map is called the oldest teak Buddha. And the story behind it is a group of fishermen were out fishing near here and they came across this trunk that had fallen and they decided to bring it back, and after a few years they decided we're going to carve a Buddha out of it. This is just one huge teak trunk of wood and it's called the oldest reclining Buddha because they tested the wood and it turned out it was a 300-year-old trunk, so 300-year-old piece of wood, and it's actually insanely huge.
If you visit a Thai temple before, or other Buddhist temples, you may have seen people applying, as we can see, baht coins to Buddha. Now, this basically is to do with luck and good merit, but it's interesting that it's actually depending on where you place your lucky coin, which will depend on what luck you will receive. So, for example, if I was to apply the coin to the face of the Buddha, it is meant to bring prosperity in your career and your life. But if you was to place the lucky coin onto the back of the Buddha, it is apparently meant to give you radiant skin and health.
Is that what you want?
I would like some radiant skin and health, but interestingly, if you use to place the coin onto the head of the Buddha, it will provide you with good memory and good knowledge to solve life's problems. And really, what more do you need in life really if you can solve your own problems? I think for me that's probably the most suiting.
It's very peaceful, very quiet, and it's just been nice to walk around and get to know the place a little bit. There are so many different temples along this road. Every few hundred meters there's another wat, just like this one, but slightly different in decoration. While we've kicked off this video somewhere very traditional, calm and Thai, we're heading down the road to something quite different.
And just like that, we're back in Japan.
It's probably the most random thing I've ever come across in Thailand. We're in like a really rural, non-touristy area, quite far from Chiang Mai, the centre. We've driven about 2.5 hours. There's not a whole lot in this area, but they've just built this like fake Japan. And there's lots of different areas actually. They've got the Fushimi Inari shrine. But it's quite nice just looking at the lake, the mountains. There's lots of nice plants around, so many torii gates, there's just like endless torii gates. Yeah, it's weird.
We're on our Touring Thailand Lanna Kingdom series. Like, this is the most un-Thai thing you ever see, but it is quite impressive. Even though it's nothing to do with Thai culture, but it's with Thai tourism in mind. So you can come here, take a photo and experience Japanese landscape gardens and they refer to it as a castle.
you come into the castle, they've got like these little tatami rooms. It's actually weirdly quite peaceful. Like, there's lots of big gardens and no one's in this castle. I think they're all upstairs because it's 3 stories. But in the bottom one is where all this like playing Japan is. You can play tea ceremony.
Would you like a tea?
Yeah, go on.
And you?
This place is actually called Hinoki Land, after the tree Hinoki, and this castle is made entirely out of Hinoki wood, and it's actually really quite pretty.
We just opted for matcha latte. Emma got a purple sweet potato latte.
I've never had a sweet potato drink before, but I figured, you know, might as well try something new while we're here. I always get matcha lattes. I've already had one today, so
Yeah,
thought I'd spice it up a bit and get a
I'm
sweet
just
potato.
being a boring Bill and getting a matcha latte, and we also got a orange Japanese cheesecake.
We did arrive quite late in the day, possibly like 3 o'clock when we arrived. It shuts at 5, and I kind of regret not coming earlier because it's the kind of place where you could just spend a day chilling. There's a really nice breeze here because it's so hot, but because it's so open, there's just a really nice breeze. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, I'm actually a lot more impressed than I thought I would be. I thought it was going to be really gimmicky and rubbish, but I mean the castle's quite impressive. The Fushimi Inari Shrine is actually quite impressive also. And then we got this humongous lucky cat in the background.
So come on, Emma, let's get the verdict.
That is weird. I honestly don't know how to describe that at all. It does taste like sweet potato. That's really strange.
So you're drinking sweet potato?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is a sweet potato latte, I suppose.
I know, but it's weird. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if I like it or hate it. I don't know.
Let's give it a go.
It's quite sweet. Yeah, sweet potato.
It's a sweet potato.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. It doesn't taste like sweet potatoes until you realise it's a sweet potato flavour. That's almost really stupid.
Oh, I really like it.
I really like
It tastes like sweet potato cake. Oh, that's weird. I hate it, but then I really love it as well.
Yeah, it's unusual.
Am I going to be sick later? I don't know, but it actually tastes quite nice.
You don't look like you're enjoying it. You look like you hate it.
It tastes like cake.
So you love it.
And I do love me a cake.
Well,
Take it.
here are the little cheesecake.
So get that undone first.
wanna do
Oh,
that?
cakey wakey.
You've ruined it.
Hold on.
Cake
One.
test.
A 2. I suppose I'll have to have the damaged goods.
Alright, let's try it.
Right, ready?
It's very like...
Fluffy. It's fluffy. Ready?
It's got a raisin in it.
Oh no! I'm going to drop it. Mmm.
It's all over your fingers.
That's okay. Don't put that in.
That's nice.
Ooh.
It's like a cheesecake without the cheese.
So it's a cake?
No, it tastes like cheesecake, but it doesn't look like a cheesecake.
If it looks like a cheesecake, it smells like a cheesecake, and tastes like a cheesecake, it's usually a cheesecake. Where's that bus gonna get here? So we went for the Tom Yum Gung, which is lovely tomato prawn soup with lots of chilli. And then we've got our cucumber somtam, affectionately known as papaya salad, but technically this isn't papaya because it's the cucumber version. Yes. And then we've got our kanar mugot, which is basically just fried pork belly with kale, carrots, ginger, chilies, of course, in a oyster sauce.
It's so tasty. And they're quite big chunks, actually.
We're doing it sort of Thai style, so we've just got like 3 dishes, and then we're going to share it, and then we've got jasmine rice to wash all that chili down with, especially with the tom yum. So I'll start by pouring or serving the tom yum, and I think that's enough for first portions. Got the lemongrass in there, onion.
Nice big chunks of tomato.
Yeah.
Love them.
So anyway, there's the serve. Here's the taste. As you can see, they still keep the tail on, and it's all. So usually I will just deconstruct
On a side plate.
on a side plate, put it on the table, and then I'll go for a nice slurp.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yep, we definitely forgot to say a little bit of chili. They went wild on this one.
Am I gonna die? That is a lot of chili.
I mean, you can see it visually, like that they went wild. Still less than normal, but
I have a bit of rice with mine.
yeah, that's how you
That's
gotta
how I
wash
always
it
do
down.
it.
You
So
gotta
it's
wash
not,
it down.
it's not crazy hot.
I went back on a bit more than that.
That's not too hot.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
really
hot.
good though.
It's
very
spicier
creamy.
than yesterday,
Okay,
though,
no,
isn't
it's
it?
kicking
Yeah.
in. It's kicking in.
It's spicy.
Shit.
Emma's a connoisseur now of chili since doing the Mark Queen's Pat Kapow.
Yeah. Shit, that's really hot. Uh-oh.
So a bit of sing to wash it down with.
I have a bit of mugop to wash it down with. This is like
Bit of kanar. Oh no, have some pork belly to.
yeah, this is my favourite. It's
Ooh.
extremely fatty, but
All the good things are. That
see,
looks.
now I'm worried that there's going to be a lot of chili.
No, I think the somtam looks okay.
I can't see a load of chili.
No, there's a couple of chilies, but nothing. crazy.
Cucumber's quite cooling.
Yeah, eating all
Right, let's
my.
try the cucumber sometime. I do love cucumber.
Spicy or not?
No, not yet. No, that's nice. There is chili in that, but not as much as the
Well,
tom
if there
yum.
wasn't, it wouldn't be a somtam, would it?
Mm.
Pork's really crispy. It's definitely got a crunch, that pork belly. But yeah, it's a reasonable price, and I mean, this food is really good.
But yeah, what I really like about this restaurant is the view of the rice paddies and the mountains behind it. It feels like you're really in northern rural Thailand, and we've got live music coming on in a second. So yeah, this is the kind of perfect place to come and get Thai food. But yeah, anyway, gonna sign off there and enjoy this really good food. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got another really busy day planned for tomorrow. But yeah, what a nice way to end the day with this view of the mountains and everything.
Honestly, Thai people know how to live. Until the next one, bye.
Hello, Manchester. This time, tell me why there's nothing but a tunnel. Tell me why nothing but tell me why I never want this. I want this sky.
Shaky hand, blimey, when that cake.
Just jiggling it.
It's jiggle jiggle. Me cake don't jiggle jiggle, it drops.